PhD, and I'm an astronomer and a gamer, which means that I see the universe in everything that I do, including board games. In this series of video, I am looking at the game mechanisms as listed on Board Game Geek and seeing where they remind me of the universe and the way that we study it. This time I'm talking about the mechanism of layering. This is a mechanism in board games where you layer different pieces, but only the icons that are showing after the layering are the ones that are active at any given time. An example of a game that uses this is Meadow. In this game, you are building up a tableau in front of yourself that represent different things that you are seeing as you take a walk. As you play a card, those cards show different icons that must be showing in your tableau at the time that you play the card. However, when you place the card, you are going to put it on top of another card, getting rid of some of those icons that you just had in order to play this card. And so you're constantly taking a look at your hand and what you want to play next and figuring out the right order so that you don't cover up the icons for the next cards that you want to play. Another game that uses layering is Canvas. This is a game where players are putting together different art pieces using clear cards that have different art elements on them. When they assemble their art piece, they're going to take 3 of these cards and layer them in different ways. But how they layer them will help inform how it scores. At the bottom of each card, there are these different swatches that show different icons. And depending on how you layer the cards, different icons are going to show through, and that will define how your scoring goes. Now, in astronomy, layering reminds me of multi-wavelength astronomy. This is a technique that astronomers use in order to unveil more about different objects in the universe. It's when you take a look at an object in different wavelengths of light. And I'm not just talking different colors like yellow, blue, and red, but rather different wavelengths like radio and infrared, X-ray and gamma ray, in addition to the optical light that we might see. One big example of this is when we look at nebulae and star-forming regions in infrared light. These are regions that have a lot of dust and gas in them. But when you look in infrared light, you kind of peel away the layers of dust. This is because infrared light doesn't scatter as strongly as optical light does in those dusty regions. So that means when you're looking at, say, the pillars of creation as viewed by Hubble in visible light and JWST in infrared light, you're seeing slightly different things at work. The Hubble image is going to show you that dusty region, it's going to show you that gas and dust in there. The JWST image is going to show you those newly formed stars that are just bursting out of their dusty cocoons. And so by combining these different forms of light, we start to learn more and more about our universe, peeling back all of those layers so that we can understand and have a fuller picture of what's going on. So the next time you're playing a game that has layering, take just a minute and imagine what you might learn if you looked at your game in different wavelengths. But thanks for joining me. If you have any questions about the mechanism, the games that I talked about, or layering and multi-wavelength astronomy, feel free to leave them in the comments below. I'll be continuing this walk through the Board Game Geek mechanisms randomly, and they're not in any particular order, but please like and subscribe to my channel so you know when my next videos come out. In the meantime, though, you can find me on Instagram and Blue Sky as MabelPhD, and I have a blog at mabelphd.com. We'll see you next time.